think things on the way. Well, let me share with you one of my favorite CEOs on the planet. His name is Gary Ridge. He's the CEO of WD-40, you know, the lubricant that makes everything not squeak, right? In the last recession, you know, it was very interesting. He went to visit all his various research facilities and so on all around the world. And they kept saying, "Hey, Gary, are you okay? Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes, I'm fine." And it kept coming up. So he called his wife and he said, "Honey, do I look sick? Am I giving off a," as I cough, "am I giving off a sick vibe?" She said, "Dear, they're not asking, are you okay? They're asking, are we okay?" You know, everywhere they're hearing about friends being laid off and businesses closing. So I love this quote from Gary. He said, "It occurred to me, let's not waste a good crisis," right? Everywhere people are going, they're going to hear about the horror. Here, they're going to hear about the good news. We're going to give them good news. And we're going to hear about hope. And I think that is such an important role for a leader. Yes, you should be absolutely transparent, give people the news, and what is the roadmap to hope? Well, let me share some of his, and I'd love your opinion on some of these, Preeti. First off, no lying, no faking, no hiding conversations, right? It has to be very genuine. There has to be trust. And you know, I'm sure in your great places to work, if you don't have trust in your organization, there's no way you can have a great place to work. Is that true?
In fact, trust is the foundation of our framework. So, you know, we say high trust leads to high performance, and all these organizations in the room today have built their culture on trust. So yeah, it's fundamental for us. Yes.
And you know, communication. He said, look, communication has to ramp up. I was talking to a leader just yesterday on our LinkedIn live show, and he said, when you get to the point where you think you're over communicating, it's probably about right. You know? And when there isn't communication, the void is filled with fear. And that's why you need to constantly communicate, because we are animals that protect ourselves. We are looking for danger. And when we don't have that reassurance, when we don't have that constant communication, we immediately assume something is going wrong. Focus on people development. This was a time, you know, when Gary said, look, let's develop new skills. Let's invest in research. We may not be hiring. We won't be firing. And what we want to do now is we've got the time. Let's look for new products and services. Let's look for new markets, and let's develop ourselves. And then gratitude. Two things had to ramp up: communication and gratitude. And not just thank you, thank you. It was tied to the core values: open and honest communication, innovation, and so on. Well, when they came out of the recession in 2010, they had record earnings. Get this, 99% employee engagement, when the global is, you know, around 30%, 33%, and a 300% increase in market cap. So again, constant communication, tying praise and gratitude to the core values, and invest